Hello, hi everyone, good evening. So, welcome to the rapid revision program NEET 2020 one-shot videos. In the previous class, we had completed Animal Kingdom Part 1, that is only invertebrate phyla we had completed. Now, in this class, we will be starting with Animal Kingdom, that is vertebrate phyla or chordate to mammalia, we will be discussing in this class. Okay, right, let us start. So, phylum chordata. So chordates having three fundamental characters that present in chordata are: one, presence of the notochord, presence of the dorsal hollow nerve cord, and paired pharyngeal gill slits. So these three are the fundamental characteristics which present in chordata, phylum chordata. So very important question they may ask you from these areas. These are the three fundamental characteristics which present in phylum chordata. Notochord, it is a sorry, rod-like structure, solid rod-like structure that's present on dorsal side of the animal. Okay, below the hollow nerve cord. Okay, I will show you in the figure. You can see this is the rod-like structure. So that is notochord. Based on the presence or absence of this notochord, we classified animals into two categories: chordata. Chorda means notochord, eta means having. Non-chordata, those animals in which there will be these type of structures will be absent in non-chordates. So notochord will not be present in non-chordates or invertebrate phyla. But in these animal, there is a notochord present, that is present above the alimentary canal. You can see this is alimentary canal. Above the alimentary canal, below the hollow nerve cord, the location. Below the hollow nerve cord, it is located. This is notochord. Main function, it is acting as a primary endoskeleton. Primary endoskeleton. So muscles will attach to the notochord. Mesodermal in origin. Right? So next one, hollow nerve cord. So the nerve cord is hollow nerve cord. You can see this is the yellow color structure. Right? Hollow nerve cord present dorsal side. Invertebrates, in case of the invertebrates, the nerve cord is present on ventral side. That is double nerve cord, double ventral nerve cord, solid nerve cord present. But here hollow nerve cord, that which is present on dorsal side of the animal. Dorsal side of the animal body. Okay. And one more character, you can see these are pharyngeal gill slits. The gills open outside through the small openings. The gills are opening outside through the small openings we are calling pharyngeal gill slits. So pharyngeal gill slits also present. So these are the fundamental characters of the chordata. Right? So other characters besides these three fundamental characters, there are other characters also present. Right? So here one more post anal tail also present. You can say this is post anal tail. The three characters beside that. Other characters of the chordata, they are coelomates. There is a coelom present, true coelom present, that is enterocoelom present. Triploblastic animal, three germ layers are present around the embryo: ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm layer. Bilaterally symmetrical animals, they can be divided into two equal parts by only single plane passing through the center of the body. Bilaterally symmetrical. Organ system level of organization and hollow nerve cord. Okay. Pharyngeal gill slits. Right. Post anal tail present, and closed type circulatory system present. Okay. So these are some other characters that belongs to chordata phylum. So this is very important, the differences between chordates and non-chordates. characters notocard present in car data. That's why we have given car data. Carda means notocard, eta means having. Non-card dates, these notocard is absent. That's why we are also calling them invertebrates. Non-card dates are also known as invertebrates. Right? So central nervous system present in dorsal position, and that is hollow, single. There is only single nerve present. But here ventral, solid, double. Okay. So double ventral nerve cord already we studied in cockroach. These are the double ventral nerve cord with ganglia. Okay. So this is a double ventral nerve cord with ganglia present here. Single, dorsal, hollow, without any ganglia. Without any ganglia present in car data. Gill slits are present here, but here gill slits are absent. No gill slits. Gills present, gill slits are absent. Here gill slits present. Heart is ventral position. Here you can see the heart is present in ventral side, but here heart is dorsal in position. Example, cockroach we studied. Okay, so cockroach we studied dorsal heart. So the heart is situated dorsal side. The position of the heart is dorsal side. Post anal tail present, but there is no post anal tail, that is absent in non-cardiacs. So based on this, they will ask you question. So which of the following characters belongs to car data? Which of the following characters not belongs to non-car data? So are unique features of the car data, right? So unique features of non-car data, they will ask you question, right? Next one, Eurocar data, tunicata, cephalocardata, vertebrata. What are these? Subphylum. These are all subphylum. Chordata is a phylum. That Chordata phylum divided into three subphylum. Very, very important. One, Urochordata are also called tunicata. Urochordata also known as tunicata, Cephalocordata, and vertebrata. These are the three subphyla present in chordata, right? So Urochordata and Cephalocordata together we are calling them protochordates. So they are exclusively marine. Very, very important. Urochordata and Urochordata, Cephalocordata together we are calling protochordata. Sometimes instead of these word they use tunicata. Tunicata along with Cephalocordata is forming protochordates. So that statement also right answer, because Urochordate also called tunicata because the body of this urochordate is covered by a tunicin membrane. A tunicin is a polysaccharide. Tunicin is a polysaccharide that surrounds the body of the urochordates. That's why we have given tunicata name. Euro means tail. Euro means tail. Carda means notocard. Eta means having. So the urochordates, notocard is present in tail region. So I will be explaining that next. Very, very important. So this is the classification. This is NCERT diagram. Very, very important. Based on this diagram, they will ask you question, right? So most of you know that how they will ask you question. They will remove here. They will keep A, and they will ask you identify the A in the given flow chart. Here they will delete this option, this one, and they will ask you that identify the B in the given flow chart. Okay, so careful, this is very, very, very important. Vertebrata, right? So Urochordata, Urochordata, Cephalocordata. cephalochordata. These are subphylum. These are subphylum. Subphyla. Phylum singular, phyla plural. Okay. So now chordata divided into three subphylum. Very, very important. Sometimes these kind of question also they may ask you that which of the following is a phylum in the given. Right? They will give you option vertebrata, chordata, tunicata. They will ask you question. So chordata is the phylum. Which of the following is a subphylum? And urochordata, cephalochordata, vertebrata. Sometime instead of that, they will give you protochordata, tunicata. Protochordata, tunicata also comes under subphylum because protochordate also known as urochordate plus cephalochordate. These together we are calling protochordate. Now, vertebrata subphylum divided into division. Right? Vertebrata is a subphylum which is divided into two division. Agnatha, Gnathostomata. Agnatha, Gnathostomata. Agnatha means without. Agnatha means without jaws. There is no upper jaw, there is no lower jaw. Right? The mouth are without jaw. But here, Gnathos means jaws. Gnathos means jaws. So jaws are present here. Based on presence and absence of the jaw, we classified vertebrata into two categories. Agnatha, Gnathostomata. They will ask you question. Based on which of the following characteristic features, vertebrata divided into two divisions. Agnatha, Gnathostomata. Without jaw, with jaw. Right? Agnatha, it is again divided into class Cyclostomata. So Agnatha, there are other also there osteodermy, flacodermy are there. NCERT it is not given. So we are only discussing NCERT line to line. Right? So Cyclostomata is the one class, right, in Agnatha. Only one class is there in Agnatha, that is Cyclostomata. But here Gnathostomata, this is superclass. There are no superclass in Agnatha. Directly it is divided into class. But here there are superclass. Superclass is superior or is more compared to the class. Superclass Agnatha divided into two superclasses, Pisces and Tetrapoda. Pisces, Tetrapoda. Here based on what? Based on the locomotory organ, that is limbs. Locomotory organs, example, so these are the pins. Okay, pins are present in Pisces, Beer's pins, but Tetrapoda, so example frog, limbs are present. Two pairs of limbs are present, or four limbs are present. Four limbs are two pairs. So that's why we are calling tetra. Four limbs are present, or two pairs of limbs are present. Right? So superclasses, two in Gnathostomata. These superclasses, Pisces, divided into two classes, Chondrichthyes, Astichthyes. Here Tetrapoda divided into four classes, Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves and Mammals. Right? So sometimes based on this flow chart also they will ask you question. Gnathostomata divided into two superclasses. Statement, direct statement based question, correct statement or incorrect statement. This is the right statement. Right? Pisces are divided into four classes. Sometimes they may ask you, are the tetrapod which bearing pins, the tetrapod, the Gnathostomata which bearing fins are classified under species. The gnathostomata, those are bearing limbs classified under tetrapoda. So tetrapoda in turn, it is classified into amphibia, reptilia, aves, mammals. So chondrichthyes, osteichthyes. Sometimes gnathostomata is classified into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 classes. Gnathostomata contains 6 classes or 2 superclasses. Right answer. Agnatha contain only 1 class. Right answer. Okay. Pins present in phyces. Superclass of the Gnathostomata. Tetrapod bears limbs. Okay. So these kind of question you will get from these area. I hope it is clear for everyone. Okay. 1 minute. Right. Next one. So now we will discuss about this subphylum Urochordata, Cephalochordata. Urochordata, Cephalochordata. In Urochordata, Uro means tail. Uro means tail. Chorda means notochord. Notochord. Eta means having. Right? In these animal, the notochord present only in tail region. Only in the tail region the notochord is present. That is in larval form. Present in larval form. In Urochordate, notochord present only in larval form. That is in tail. Okay. Next one. Urochordate only larval tail. I explain you. In cephalochordate, but in case of the cephalochordate, it is extended from head to tail. Located from head to tail. Right? Throughout the life, that is important. Extend, it is only in the tail region, but only in the larval form. But here, it is extended from head to tail region, but it present throughout the life. The notochord is persistent throughout the life. Very, very important. Okay. So sometime instead of asking directly in Urochordata, notochord is present in the tail region, or they will ask you question, or the examples of the Urochorda they will ask you. Identify the animal in which the notochord is located only in the tail region in larval form. That is Urochordate. Right? Example you can see Urochordate, Acidia, Salpa, Doliolum. These are the example you should, must and should you remember. And Branchiostoma, that is Amphioxus or Lanceolate. These are examples. This is example for Cephalochordata. Right? Urochordata, this is extra point. Open type circulatory system present. Open type circulatory system. Open type circulatory system will present. Here, closed type circulatory system present. Closed type circulatory system. So what is the common between Urochordata and Cephalochordata? So in Urochordata, notochord is located in tail region, okay, in larval form. In Cephalochordata, notochord is present from head to tail throughout the life. That is also a different. Okay. But here open type circulatory system present, here closed type circulatory system present. What is the common between these? Because the common feature, both are marine water. Both are marine. Okay. So this is very, very important. What is the common feature that present between Urochordate and Cephalochordate? Both are marine habitat and both are having notochord, but only in larval stage, only in larval form. This is throughout the life from head to tail. Okay. So I hope you understood this concept. Is very, very important. Right. So these are the example. Already I told you: Acidia, Edmania, sea potato, sea squid, salpa, doliolum. Example must and should you should remember. Right. This is the question. You can guess the answer. Not guessing. You can answer this question. Don't guess. Similarity between protocardata and hemicardata. I'm asking hemicardata, not cephalocardata. Presence of notocard, okay, this is belongs to protocardata, right? Because presence of notocard is the only characteristic features of cardata. Hemicardata, earlier we think that there is a structure called stomocard that might be similar to the notocard. We classified into cardata, but later we classified under invertebrate in a separate phylum, that is hemicardata. Okay. Exclusively marine, okay, this is belongs to protocardata. Hemicardates also exclusively marine, okay. Dorsal hollow single central nervous system. This is the characteristic feature of the protocardata, right? Exclusively parasitic, right? Exclusively parasitic, no, right? They are free living also. Maybe some are parasitic, but no parasitic form. Echinodermata parasitic forms are absent, right? So they're asking question similarity between protocardate and hemicardate. That is exclusively marine. Both are exclusively marine. Protocardates are exclusively marine. Hemicardates are exclusively marine. The remaining characteristic features are belongs to either protocardata or hemicardata. This is protocardata. This is protocardata. Right? They are not parasite. Both are not parasites. Some are they may be ectoparasite but not parasite. Right? Next one, this question. This is 2022 NEET exam question. All vertebrates cardate, but all cardates are not vertebrates. Right? So notocard is replaced by vertebral column in the adult vertebrates. For this question answer, we have to learn this concept. Subphylum vertebrata. So before going to that question, we will complete the answer for this question. So what is the answer for this question? Which of the following statements are true for the phylum Chordata? In Urochordata, notocard is extended from head to tail, present throughout the life. No, not in Urochordata. Urochordata, it present only in tail region in larval form. So this is the wrong statement. In vertebrata, notocard is present during the embryonic period only, right? So that is right statement. I will explain that. Central nervous system is dorsal and hollow, right? Chordata is divided into 3 subphylum, right? Okay. In vertebrata, notocard is present during the embryonic period, right? So I will explain this. Embryonic period, right? Hemichordata, tunicata, cephalocordata. Chordata divided into 3 subphyla, that is hemichordata, tunicata, cephalocordata. This is okay, tunicata. Cephalocordata also okay, but hemichordata is not a subphylum, it is a phylum and that present in invertebrates. So this is also wrong statement. Okay, invertebrate notocard is present during the embryonic period only. Yes, embryonic period only it present. So second statement, third statement, both are right. Remaining are incorrect statement. Right? Right, next one. Subphylum vertebrata. So the members of this phylum possess notocard during the embryonic stage, just we had discussed in the question. This is the animal group. In this animal group, there is a notocard only in the embryonic stage, right? So in adult, the notochord is replaced by vertebral column, backbone, right? The notochord is replaced by the vertebral column, but the small portion of this notochord present between two vertebrae intervertebral disc in the form of nuclei pulposi. It is not there in NCERT, don't get confused. Simple. Simple, you remember. In vertebrate, notochord only present during the embryonic stage. But in adult, it is replaced with the either cartilage or bone. Either cartilage or bone. Right? That's why all vertebrates are carded, because early embryonic stage of these vertebrate there is a notochord. If notochord is present, we can say they are cardates. Okay, but this is a cardate, only notochord is there. It is not replaced by the vertebral column, right? So that's why all vertebrates are carded. Yes, all vertebrates are carded because early embryonic stage in their body there is a notochord. If notochord present, we are calling them chordata. So all vertebrates are chordates, right? But all chordates are not vertebrates. Yes, this is the chordate. There is a notochord present in any of the life cycle in their life, either larval form or adult form. There is a notochord. But this notochord is not replaced by the vertebral column in this animal. So that's why they're only chordates but not vertebrates. They're only chordate but they are not vertebrate because it is not replaced by the vertebral column. Now, notochord replaced by the vertebral column in adult vertebrates. Yes, here both assertion and reason both are correct, and reason is correct explanation of A or assertion. So answer is 4. Okay, I hope you understood this question. Next one. Here pins are present, so other characters. First character of the vertebrata, embryonic stage, there will be notochord. But in adult, it is replaced by the vertebral column. That's it. We are calling vertebrates. Pins are present, paired pins, unpaired pins. Paired pins are dorsal pin, ventral pin. Dorsal pin, ventral pin. Unpaired. Sorry. Pelvic pin, pelvic pins, pectoral pins. Pectoral pins. Okay. Unpaired pin, dorsal pin, ventral pin, ventral pins, caudal or tail. So this is very important basic concept. Suppose this is the fish. Okay. You can see this is pelvic pin. One more will be other side. The one more also present other side. So two, one pair. Right? And this is pectoral pin, pelvic pin, pelvic pin, pectoral pin. This is pectoral. This is pelvic. Pelvic pin, pectoral pin. They are pair, two in number. And this is dorsal pin, and this is ventral pin. This is ventral pin and this is caudal pin. Caudal pin, right? So paired pins, unpaired pins, both are present in vertebrate. Paired and unpaired pins are present. Very important. One question is there in cyclostomata, so that's why I explained this. Very important. You can see notochord replaced by the either cartilage or vertebral column in adult. In vertebrata, the notochord, this is notochord, either it is replaced by the bone, that is vertebral column, or cartilage. Any of these two skeleton compounds. Any of these skeletal compounds are replaced the vertebral notochord. Right? So next one, vertebrates. So already explained this point. Right? Other characters of vertebrate: muscular heart present and ventral side present. The muscular heart, that too present on ventral side. 3 to 4 chambers of heart and kidney for excretion and osmoregulation. Very important. Kidney helps in elimination of waste material and maintains ions and water balance in the body. That is known as osmoregulation. Right? You can see paired appendages are present. The paired appendages are present that may be pins or limbs. The paired appendages that may be pins or limbs are present in vertebrata. This is very important. Vertebrata. Okay. I hope this is clear. Next, subphylum. Cyclostomata. So cyclostomata is a class. Sorry, it is a class under Agnatha. Cyclostomata is a class under Agnatha. Cyclo means circular. Circular. Stoma means mouth. Eta means having. So in these animal, the circular mouth present, but there is no jaw. There is no upper jaw. There is no lower jaw. Without jaws. So the mouth is without jaws, right? Mouth is without jaws, right? This is very important point. Note down. Very important point. All the living members of all the living members of cyclostomes are ectoparasites. Ectoparasites on some fishes. Some fishes, very important point. Okay, so here you can get a we will get a question from these statement, that is all the living members. You should remember all the living members. All the living members of cyclostomata or cyclostomes are ectoparasite on some fishes, not all the fishes. Okay, so same question here, instead of some, they will give you on all fishes, not on all fishes, only in some fishes or only on some fishes. They're acting as a ectoparasite, only on some fishes. Particularly very important. This point is very important. Okay, so that point is very important. Sucking circular mouth present without jaws, right? So now you can see divide up scales. No scales in body. Scales are absent. Paired pins are absent. No paired pins. That is pelvic and pectoral pins are absent. Pelvic, pectoral pins. Pelvic and pectoral pins are absent. Okay. and cranium, vertebral column, is only cartilage. Made up of with cartilage, not bone. Cranium means it is a box, skull. The brain is protected by the delicate organ brain. The delicate organ brain protected by a case, a covering. That covering is made up of with only cartilage. So that's why we are calling cranium. Okay, cranium, vertebral column, both are made up of with cartilage. Circulation is closed type circulation present. Closed type circulation present, very important. And 6 to 15 pairs of gills present. 6 to 15 pairs of gills present, the help in respiration. Right? Enough. So cyclostomes are marine habitat. They present in marine water, but important. They migrate to the fresh water for spawning purpose. Spawning means to lay the eggs. They migrate into the fresh water. After spawning, within few days, the adult female will die. After laying eggs, the female will die because of the infection in intestine. Because of infection in intestine, the female will die after few days. Very important. Right? So they are present in marine habitat, but sometimes they migrate for spawning purpose to the freshwater habitat. Right? In freshwater habitat, the eggs hatches into larva. That larva again migrate to the marine water. That is called Ammocetus larva. Ammocetus is a larva. It hatching in the fresh water. From the fresh water, it is migrating to the marine water. Okay, so that is called metamorphosis. The egg develop into different larval stage. The larva converted into adult. So that is metamorphosis. After metamorphosis only, right? So it is migrating to the marine water. Very important question. So again example, Petromyzon, commonly known as lamprey, and mixin, hagfish and lampreys. Example very important, you should remember. So you can see these are the migration, right? So anadromous migration, catadromous migration, it is not there, but if that NEET question paper, if it is tough question paper, they may ask you this kind of question. If a fish or if any animal that is migrating from the marine water to fresh water, which type of migration is that? Anadromous migration. Anadromous migration, where fish from the marine water migrating to the fresh water. Example, salmon fish, ilsa fish. Salmon and ilsa are the two fishes, they show anadromous migration. That means marine water to fresh water. But catadromous migration, migration of the fishes from fresh water to marine water. Reverse. Fresh water to marine water. Here, marine water to fresh water. So this kind of migration we are calling catadromous migration. Example, Anguilla eelfish. Anguilla eelfish showing this kind of migration. Okay. So very important. You can remember, it is not mentioned, but there is a chance. NCERT clearly it is mentioned that they migrate from the marine water to fresh water for spawning purpose. They may ask you question that if any fish that is migrating from marine water to fresh water, what kind of migration is that? So you should able to know that. That is called anadromous migration, right? So other is opposite is catadromous migration, right? Next one, class, superclass, Pisces, right? So the study about the fish ichthyology, right? So these are 5 kilothermic animals. So I will write one sentence that is very important. So fishes, amphibia, reptilia, aves are also called birds, mammals, right? So now you can see these three are 5 kilothermic animals. 5 kilothermic. Okay, 5 kilothermic animals are ectothermic. Ectothermic animals are cold-blooded animals. Cold-blooded animals. Very, very important. Ectothermic, 5 kilothermic, cold-blooded, all are same. Fish, amphibia, reptile, 5 kilothermic animal. They do not maintain their constant their body temperature. This is temperature of the environment. This is the temperature of the body. Temperature of the environment, temperature of the body. Right? If any changes in the temperature of the environment, it also changes the temperature of the body. So according to the surrounding animal environment, these animals they change their body temperature. You can see according to the surrounding animals, surrounding environmental temperature, the body temperature will change. Suppose outside it is 10 degrees centigrade, it will also change into 10 degrees centigrade inside the body. 20 degrees centigrade, so again it will change into 20 degrees centigrade. There is a change. According to the surrounding environmental condition, the body temperature will change. There is no constant body temperature in these animals. So that's why we are calling 5 kilothermic animal, ectothermic animal, cold-blooded animals. But these two, homeothermic or endothermic or warm-blooded animals. Warm-blooded animals, right? These animals they maintain constant internal body temperature, right? So without changing according to the bodies, according to the surrounding environment. Example, in case of human beings, we maintain 37 degrees centigrade temperature, constant internal body temperature, right? If temperature is more than this, we will produce sweat to cool down the body. If temperature is less than 37, we shiver. By shivering, we can generate the heat, right? So we maintain constant internal body temperature. The animal, those are maintaining constant internal environmental temperature, right? Without any change according to the surroundings, we are calling them homeothermic animal, endothermic animal, warm-blooded animal, right? Aves and mammals are warm-blooded animals or cold-blooded animals. Sorry, endothermic animals. Here, amphibia and fish, these together called anamniotes. Anamniotes, these three together called amniotes. Okay, the early embryo of these animal it is surrounded by amniotic layer. Amnion is a layer which is surrounding the early embryo of these animals. So we are calling amniotes. There is a layer which present around these animals embryo. We calling them amniotes. This amniotic layer is absent in these animals embryo. There is no amniotic layer. So we are calling anamniotes without amniotic layer. So we are calling anamniotes animal. So this is very important basic concept, right? Sometimes they will ask you question based on this, right? So So I have summarized the two classes, Astichthys and Chondrichthyes, right? So very important characters we're discussing here. So habitat, where they live. So Chondrichthyes, marine habitat, they present in marine water, but Astichthys can present in both marine and freshwater habitat. Marine and freshwater habitat, very important. Endoskeleton is made up of with cartilage, so that's why Chondrichthyes. Here, endoskeleton is made up of with bone, so that's why it is called Astichthys. Astichthys, Chondrichthyes, endoskeleton. Mouth is ventral, mouth is terminal. So I will show in the diagram also, but just you can see. Here, the mouth is ventral. Ventral mouth is there. Here the mouth is terminal. Okay. Terminal mouth. Terminal mouth, ventral mouth. Okay. Notochord present throughout the life in Chondrichthyes. This is the similar character, right? This is the similar character with cyclostomata, right? And also similar character with cephalochordata. Very important. Notochord here replaced by the bone or cartilage. Not cartilage, only bone. Not the cartilage, only bone. We are discussing about Astichthys, right? So here notochord is replaced by the vertebral column, that is bone, but here notochord present throughout the life. Scales. Here tough skin present. The skin is tough and covered by placoid scales. Covered by placoid scale. Here cycloid and ctenoid type scales are present. Cycloid and ctenoid type scales are present. Here only placoid scales are present. Air bladder absent. There is no air bladder in these animals. Because of that reason, these animals continuously they swims in the water to avoid sinking. Okay. And here air bladder present, so they can stay in a certain depth up to certain time because of the air bladder. Air bladder provides buoyancy, right? So that is very important. Operculum. So the gills are covered by a flap-like structure we are calling operculum. That operculum is absent in this cartilaginous fish, but here is present in Astichthys. Reason is that in this animal the gills are thread-like structure. Here the gills are thread-like structure, so they need to protect from the water current. But here the gills are plate-like gills. Lamelliform gills or plate-like gills are present. So no need to protect. They are very strong. So that is the reason operculum absent, operculum present. Fertilization is internal, right? Fertilization is internal because male, these are pelvic fins. Male pelvic fin bears claspers. So claspers are present. Male pelvic fin bears a pair of claspers that helps in internal fertilization. So fertilization is internal. Here fertilization is external. External fertilization, internal fertilization. Mostly viviparous condition. They produce directly, they give birth to the young ones, mostly. But mostly oviparous. Mostly oviparous, mostly viviparous. Internal, external development. So these differences are very important. Development, direct to development, direct to development. Here also direct to development, but NCERT this point is not given. Related to the Chondrichthyes, the development is not given, but here indirect development also present in Chondrichthyes. Example, Chimera. This is not given, no need, right? If anyone is asking what kind of development is present in Chondrichthyes, indirect and direct development present. But whereas in case of the Astichthys, only direct development present. Internal fertilization, oviparous external fertilization, oviparous condition, direct to development. Here internal fertilization, viviparous condition, direct or indirect development present. Okay. So these are the example cartilaginous fish, example Charcharodon, example bony fish. So this is flying fish. So this is terminal mouth, this is ventral mouth, right? So this is shark fish, this is cutla. So gills, NCERT mentioned 5 to 7 pair gills present in chondrichthyes, but osteichthyes only 4 pairs of gills present with operculum, without operculum. No operculum, with operculum present. Okay, this is air bladder that helps in swim bladder. It is also called as a swim bladder, absent but here present. Okay, so class chondrict is these are the scales, cycloid, right? Ctenoid. Here placoid scales are present. Here the placoid scales are modified into teeth. These placoid scales are modified and backwardly directed like this. Okay, modified teeth. Placoid scales are modified into teeth. So that's why most of the chondrict is predaceous in nature. Predaceous in nature. Okay, predaceous in nature. Okay, so I told you claspers are present, right? So internal fertilization, usually external fertilization. Mostly viviparous, oviparous, viviparous. Okay, so examples, these are example for chondrichthyes. Trigon, stingray commonly, physonous sting present, trigon. Pristis, commonly known as sawfish. Charcharodon, great white shark. Great white shark. This is the second largest living animal. Second largest animal after blue whale and blue whale shark. Scoliodon is called dogfish. Why we are calling dogfish? Because the sense of the smell is very high. So that's why we are calling dogfish, right? So examples of osteichthyes, exocetus and hippocampus, commonly called seahorse, marine. Okay, so this is belongs to osteichthyes, but it is marine water, present in marine water. So one important character, male can produce offsprings. Male can give birth to the young ones. Katla, freshwater osteichthyes. Labio rohita, rohu fish also. Clarius, catfish, right? And pterophyllum, angelfish or aquarium fish. Betta, flyting fish, aquarium fish. Important. Based on this name, they will ask you some questions. Okay. These scientific names and their common name is very, very important. Right? So, one question, you can answer this. Which one is not the characteristics of osteichthyes? Which one is not the characteristics of osteichthyes? Terminal mouth, okay, it is a characteristics of osteichthyes. Gills, operculum, okay. Air bladder regulated buoyancy, okay. Monoecious condition, no. Male and female present separately in osteichthyes. They are not monoecious, but they are dioecious animals. They are dioecious animals. So this is the wrong one. This is the answer. Right? So consider the following characteristics of fishes. They have 4 pairs of gills, okay, covered by operculum. Right? This belongs to osteichthyes. They have air bladder which regulate buoyancy. Okay, this is also osteichthyes. They are mostly viviparous and development is direct. That is also osteichthyes. Body is streamlined and covered with cycloid ctenoid osteichthyes. Which of the above characteristics regarding bony fishes are correct? Right? So they have air bladder with regulate buoyancy. They mostly viviparous. This is the character you can see. See, they're not viviparous, ostichthys are oviparous, but viviparous is the characteristic features of chondrichthyes species. So here A, B, C, D, you can remove the C option, right? So the correct answer is A and B. A and B and D. These are the statement related to the ostichthys. One more. Cartilaginous fish are characterized by the presence of terminal mouth is the characteristic features of ostichthys. Ventral mouth is the characteristic features of chondrichthyes. Presence of air bladder is ostichthys. Presence of operculum is also ostichthys. So now they're asking about the characteristic features which present in cartilaginous fish, that is ventral mouth present. Okay, next amphibia. Right? Amphi means dual. It is a Greek word. Remember, amphibia. Taken amphibia is a word. It's a Greek language. Amphi means dual. Bios means life. So it can lead. These are the animal group that can lead dual mode of life. So that can present in water and also on land. Right? So hibernation, estivation present. I told you just before, amphibia are poikilothermic animals. They do not maintain constant internal body temperature. They can change according to the surroundings, surrounding temperature. So when extreme cold condition, extreme heat conditions are present, so they undergoes hibernation to protect from the extreme condition. So in these animal, the body divided into head, trunk and neck. In this animal, the body divided into the body divided into right, head, trunk, neck absent, tail absent. No neck, no tail, but tail present in some animals. Example, salamander, salamander. In that animal, amphibia with tail present. Amphibia with tail. According to NCERT book, that salamander example, the diagram is also given in NCERT. But here, the body divided into head and trunk region. This is the trunk region and this is the head region. Okay. Next, the skin is moist without scales. The skin is always moist condition, but there are no scales. Scales are absent, but skin is glandular. Right? Here, glandular skin present. The glandular cells helps in secretion of mucus. Because of that mucus, the skin of the frog, example, is always maintained in moist condition. Eye having eyelids. Here, eye having eyelids are present. Upper lid, lower lid. Eyelids are present in amphibia. Tympanum present. You can see the ear opening. External ear pinna is absent. Only tympanum is representing the ear. Very important. Only the tympanum is representing the ear. Tympanum is representing the ear. Right? External ear pinna is absent. Important. Right? So two pairs of limbs are present. Most of them having two pairs of limbs. Right? We can say these are four limbs, hind limbs, four limbs and hind limbs. Four limbs having 4 digits, end limbs having 5 digits. Okay. The first pair of the 4 limb having a nuptial pad or amplexary pads that helps in copulation time. They present only in male. Amplexary pads are present. That's sexual dimorphism. Okay. So two pairs of limbs are present. Forelimb, hind limb. Right? So this is very, very important. Alimentary canal is well developed. Right? So there is a special chamber. You can see cloacal chamber present. Into this cloacal chamber, digestive system is opening, urinary system is opening, and reproductive system is opening. 3 systems. The 3 systems are opening in into a common chamber that common chamber we are calling cloaca. So that cloaca open outside through the small aperture we are calling cloacal aperture. Very, very important. There are three systems: digestive system, urinary system, reproductive system. These three systems open into common chamber, the cloaca or cloacal chamber, which is open exterior by cloacal aperture. Cloacal aperture. Okay, so this is very, very important point related to this. Next one. So three-chambered heart present. Already I explained you cold-blooded animals. Three-chambered heart present with two atria and one ventricle. Two atria, one ventricle present. And here you should remember that conus arteriosus, sinus venosus that you learned in type study of frog. Right? You should remember that two structure also. Incomplete double circulation present. Incomplete double circulation that present in amphibia. Right? Next one. Sexes are separate. Male present separate, female present separate. Right? And fertilization is external, that takes place in water. Fertilization takes place inside the water, that outside the body. So external fertilization present. Indirect development. Larval forms are present. So indirect development, eggs hatches into larva, larva again develop into adult. So indirect development forms present. So bufo example commonly called toad, hyla tree frog, rana tigrina Indian bullfrog, and ichthyophis. This is limbless amphibia. Important. Amphibia without limbs. I told you two pairs of limbs are present, but this is the animal that present in amphibia without any limbs. There are no limbs, right? So sometimes statement based question they will ask you exception question. Amphibians without any exception. The characters which present in amphibia without any exception or with exception, they will ask you question. So presence of limbs is not an there is an exception is there, that is ichthyophis is a limbless amphibia. All amphibian having two pairs of limbs, they will ask you question. No, limbless amphibia one is there, that is ichthyophis, right? So salamander, you can see this is the tailed amphibia. Presence of the tail, I told you. Trunk and head presence, I told you, in some animals that belongs to amphibia may having tail. Example, salamander, salamander. Common name DAR, DER. This you should remember. So DER is the common name. Salamandra, salamandra is the scientific name. Okay. So bufo is a tree frog and toad. Bufo is a toad. Hyla is a tree frog. Right, rana. So these are the example, very, very important. Next, reptilia. So reptilia class, the word reptilia, it is taken from the Latin word. Amphibia is a Greek word. Annelida is a Latin word. Again here, reptilia is a Latin word that means referre reptum. That means creeping or crawling. This is the word, right? So this from this word only we have given that name reptilia. So generally creeping or crawling animals. The locomotion is creeping or crawling type locomotion present in these animals, reptilia. That's why we are calling them reptilia. Mostly terrestrial habitats. Mostly terrestrial habitat. Earlier we studied that amphibia present in water and land, but these are mostly 99% of the animals are present on land except crocodiles, alligators, right, tortoise. So some period of time in their lifetime life cycle they present in water also, aquatic and as well as terrestrial, but mostly terrestrial animals. Mostly terrestrial animals. So they are also cold-blooded animals. I told you that, no need to explain again. The skin is dry, cornified, rough and non-glandular. You can see the cornified skin present without any glands. Very, very important. Right? Exoskeleton is made up of with horny epidermal scales or scutes. Okay, horny epidermal scales or scutes are present on in these animals. Very, very important. Next, generally snakes and lizards, they share their scale, they shed their scale or skin, that is called skin skin casting. They remove their skin, that helps in growth of the animal. That is called skin casting. Right? They do not have external ear openings. Right? There is no external ear opening, only tympanum present. The tympanum is representing the ear, external ear openings are absent, external pinna absent. Limbs present, but there are two pairs. When limbs are absent, limbs are when present, they are in two pairs. Each limb having 5 digits. Each limb having 5 digits. Body divided into head, neck, abdomen or trunk and tail. Okay, so 3 chambered heart present except crocodilia. So there will be right and left atria, right and left ventricles are present. 4 chambered heart present in crocodile. So the one exception is there. Right? Fertilization is important. Sexes are separate. Male and female both are present separate. 5 kilothermic animals. Development is direct to development. Direct to development. Oviparous. They lay eggs. Oviparous condition. Amphibia, indirect development. They also lays oviparous animals. Right? So oviparous animal, direct to development, internal fertilization, sexes are separate. Examples are very, very important. Kelone, turtle, testudo, tortoise, chameleon, tea lizard, calotis, garden lizard. Crocodilus, crocodile, alligator, alligator. You can see the scientific name and common name both are same. But in case of salamandra, salamander, scientific name and common name both are different. One DRA, one DER. But here alligator, alligator both are same. Hemidactylus, commonly wall lizard, right? So Naja, Naja, Indian cobra, Bengarus, crate, Vipara, Vipara rasalis. So common names and the diagram also you should remember. These are not NCERT diagram, but just you remember, right? So the animal which is a pykilothermic animal, just I told you Aptenodytis, it is a bird, right? Chiropus, it is a mammal. Kelone is a reptilia. Balanopterus is a mammal, right? So birds are homeothermic, homeothermic. This is also homeothermic. This is pykilothermic. So dry cornified skin along with the epidermal scales and scutes is found in, right? So tortoise, Hyla, Bufo. Tortoise. Hyla belongs to amphibia, Bufo belongs to amphibia. Run. So this cornified scale characteristic feature is only reptilia. So class aves. So generally the feathers are the unique feature or unique character of the unique feature of the aves, and one more unique feature is most of the birds they can fly except ostrich, kiwi and penguin. These are some birds they don't fly. Okay, but for presence of the feathers, presence of the fly is the these two are the characteristic features of the birds. Okay, and they possess beak. They having horn, right? Beak present. That is also one unique features, right? Beak present. You can say this is the beak. Limbs are present. Forelimbs are modified into wings. modified into wings. Okay, forelimbs are modified into wings, they help in flight. But end limbs are modified to climb, perching, clasping, meaning holding up the tree branches. And these end limb also contain scales. So scales also present on end limbs. Okay, so scales also present on end limb. Feathers, forelimbs are modified into wings that help in flight. End limbs are modified for perching, swimming, walking, running, right? Also clasping, right? So scales also present on end limbs. So homeothermic animals, I explained that. Skeletal system is ossified, that is made up of with bone only, right? And there are long bones are present. In that long bone there is no bone marrow, but it is filled with, right, air, right? There is no bone marrow in that long bones, it is, they are filled with air. So these type of bones we are calling pneumatic bones. Hollow cavities will be there, that hollow cavities are filled with air. Pneumatic bone, they help in flight, they reduce the weight during the flight. Skin is dry without glands except oil gland, Europysium present, oil gland at the base of the tail. Here only oil gland or Europygial glands are present, except that there is no other glands, right? So most of the birds can fly, except I told you that. So scales are found on in limbs, that is also explained you. Digestive system, very important, contains special chambers like insects. There are special chambers are present in digestive system like gizzard, and crop. So this is also one characteristic features of insects, right? Insect, cockroach, we studied that. And three-chambered cloaca present, cloacal chamber present, urinary system, circulatory, digestive system, and reproductive system that open into that common chamber, cloaca. Four-chambered heart, two atria, two ventricles are present. So respiratory system by lungs, but lungs are supported by 9 air sacs. There are 9 air sacs are present. They supplement to the lungs. They help in uh, respiration to the lungs. Very important. Air sacs are supplementing to the lungs. So reproduction, sex are separate. Male and female both are present separately, and based on some feathers also used to identify the male and females. Internal fertilization, direct development, oviparous condition. Fertilization takes place inside the body, and direct development, no larval forms, and oviparous condition, they lay eggs. They lay eggs. So these are example you should remember. Very important. Columba, commonly called pigeon. Carvus, crow. Psittacula, parrot. Scutio, ostrich, flightless bird. Optinodytes, penguin, flightless bird. So hummingbird is not given. Pavo cristatus, peacock. Eudaemomus also NCERT not given. Quail. Neophron, very important. Vulture. So these are the examples that given in NCERT. Common name and scientific name also important. Genus name. So the long hollow bones and connected air sacs are the characteristic features of the apes. Simple. Not all the vertebrates, not the mammals, not the reptilia. Okay. So ostrich, penguin, and kiwi are running birds, flightless bird, migratory bird, four-toed bird. So they are flightless birds. Which of the following contain pneumatic bones? Simple. Whale is a mammal, shark is a fish, pigeon is a bird, rana is an amphibia. So Pigeon is the bird answer. Birds and mammals do not share this property. I told you respirator lungs, both in mammals and lungs. Endoskeleton bone, right? Homeothermus, right? Right, this is wrong. Because mammals are viviparous, but birds are oviparous. Birds are oviparous. This is the wrong. Next one. So the final class, amphibia. So the unique features of amphibia is the presence of characteristic milk producing glands. We are calling them mammary glands. Mammary glands is the characteristic feature and unique feature of the mammals. So two pairs of limbs are present, that is forelimbs, hind limb, forelimb, hind limbs. Okay, so forelimb, hind limb, they help in swimming, running, jumping, leaping. Okay, so these are the functions of the limbs. The skin of the mammals is unique in processing aids. The skin of mammals are unique in processing aids. Very unique feature of the mammals. Right? External ear pinna present. External ear pinna present. It was absent earlier in all other classes. Different types of teeth are present on jaw: incisor, canine, premolar, molar. Different types of teeth are present. Four-chambered heart. Viviparous condition, internal fertilization and development is direct. Direct development. Right? They present in varieties of habitats. Varieties of habitat. They can present in polar ice caps, example polar bear. They can present in desert, example camel. They can present in dark caves, example bat. Right? So they can present in forest, example lion. They can present in grassland, example deer and ox. They can present in mountains, mountain goat. Right? So some mammals also present in water, example dolphin and whale and seals. Dolphin, whales and seals, these are the mammals that exclusively present in water. Right? Bat. So the mammal which can fly is the only bat. Pteropus are flying parts. Pteropus, flying parts. Okay. So these are example. So all mammals are viviparous except Ornithorhynchus platypus. This is egg-laying mammal. Egg-laying mammals. This is oviparous. Oviparous mammals. Remaining all are viviparous. Okay. So Macropus, kangaroo. Pteropus, flying fox. Camelus, camel. Macaca, monkey. Ratus, rat. Canis, dog. Felis, cat. Elephas, elephant. Equus, horse. Dolphinus, dolphin. Balanopterus, blue whale, largest mammal. Largest aquatic mammal. Largest aquatic mammals. Right? Panthera tigris and Panthera leo. Largest terrestrial mammal, Loxodont africana. Loxodont africana is an African elephant. African elephant, largest terrestrial mammal. So this is the largest aquatic mammals. So common names are very important. Scientific names are very important. So already we had discussed this. Question. So identify the incorrectly matched pair. Ornithorhynchus oviparous mammal, right? Macropus is a marsupial mammal, right? Balanopterus, largest land animals, wrong. Pteropus, flying mammal, right? It's not largest mammal, okay, but it is not land, it is water, aquatic. So this is the wrong, incorrect match. So which of the following animal is not a viviparous? Not a viviparous. Flying fox, viviparous. Elephant, viviparous. Platypus, oviparous. Whale, viviparous. So this is the answer. So among these, correct combination of aquatic mammals. This 2017 question. Dolphins, okay. Seals, okay. Trigon belongs to fish. whale okay, dolphin okay, seals okay. Trigon again here shark. These shark and trigon belongs to fish. So right answer is B. Right? So thank you. So mostly in from this Animal King chapter, you have to remember all the examples and key concept also very important. You should remember, right? So thank you very much.